This is WFYI News Now. It's Wednesday, February 11th, and I'm Sarah Neal-Estes. Here are today's Central Indiana and statewide stories. Indiana lawmakers revived legislation that would restrict social media use for children, this time with an emphasis on parental control and an aim to force social media platforms to be less addictive. Caroline Beck reports.
After previously removing language that would have created a social media ban for children 12 and under, lawmakers are now considering allowing kids 15 and under to have accounts, but only if their parents approve first. Social media providers would also have to remove various addictive features from those accounts, including infinite scrolling, automatic video playing, and live streaming. Lawmakers were urged to make this change after testimony from Bo Busby, the father of 17-year-old Haley Busby, who was recently found dead after disappearing from her Fishers home.
We are losing the fight to protect our children. The internet and social media are the devil's and predators' playgrounds, and it's on this front that we must fight.
Lawmakers are expected to vote on the measure later this week. I'm Caroline Beck at the State House.
The Indiana Bureau of Motor Vehicles now bans people from changing their gender marker on driver's licenses and other ID documents. That rule takes effect tomorrow. The ban was proposed last year. At a hearing last November, most, if not all, testimony opposed the move. The vast majority of written comments submitted to the BMV also opposed it. Advocates found out about the change over the weekend. Emma Vosky is with Gender Nexus.
There are an incredible number of people who are going to be hurt. The state can't even find the integrity to say, hey, there are people who are going to be hurt.
In a statement, the BMV says it published a notice about the rule change online on February 3rd. It says it considered all public comments and the rule complies with Governor Mike Braun's executive order on sex and gender. State lawmakers moved a bill forward that would extend syringe services programs. April Rickert reports.
Lawmakers debated and heard testimony for more than an hour before ultimately voting to move the amended bill forward. It would extend state approval for the programs to 2 years, not 10 as in the original version. It would also require clients to show identification and for the programs to adhere to a 1-to-1 syringe exchange. Dr. William Cook led the response to the HIV outbreak in Scott County a decade ago. The programs were created to address that.
For these programs to work, people have to feel safe walking through the doors. If we require identification, many simply just won't come. And when participation falls, infections rise.
6 Indiana counties currently have syringe services programs. I'm April Rickert in Jeffersonville.
Members of Indianapolis's Martindale Brightwood community and local activists are calling on Mayor Joe Hogsett to stop the proposed data center development in the historically black neighborhood. At a press conference, residents say Hogsett has the power to intervene and to stop a proposed data center from Metroblocks, a California-based company. Hogsett did not attend the press conference. In a statement, a spokesperson for the mayor says his administration does not get involved in zoning decisions. But many residents believe that he can do more. Shauna Majors is executive director of the Brightwood Community Center and previously worked for the city as part of Hogsett's violence prevention initiative.
We don't want any more closed-door deals. We live here, we work here, we play here.
The next hearing on the proposal is Thursday at 1 p.m. at the City County Building. Thousands of volunteers gathered in Indianapolis Tuesday at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse for the Million Meal Marathon, an annual event to address food insecurity across the state. Jeremy Rubin reports.
Lines of meal prep stations littered the floor as volunteers prepared shelf-stable meals bound for Gleaners Food Bank and Midwest Food Pantry. Dan Hintz, founder and chairman of the Million Meal Movement, says they expected 3,000 volunteers to prepare over 500,000 individually packaged meals.
I pray for the day when we're not needed and we can shut the doors because everyone is taken care of. But until that day, we're going to keep trying to help our neighbors.
A report from Feeding America shows 1 in 7 people face hunger in Indiana. Food from Tuesday's event should be on shelves in a matter of weeks. I'm Jeremy Rubin.
And the Department of Natural Resources seeks public input on a statewide water management plan. The first of 7 workshops is in Indianapolis tomorrow at Fort Harrison State Park. The DNR will hold workshops across the state through May. You can learn more at dnr.in.gov. That's all for this episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by Zach Bundy, with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Kendall Antron produced our music, and if you liked today's episode, remember to subscribe and share, and follow WFYI on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to get the latest updates from our newsroom anytime. Thank you for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.